Alright, we're going to try this again. Oh, man. This SD card is really bumming me out because I just had a whole good spiel on some stuff. And it cut out on me and the file was no good. It's been happening a lot now. And it's bumming me out because it makes me think this SD card might be getting worse. So I'm missing lots and lots of footage now, so I'm fighting with it more. But anyway, maybe this time it'll actually go through. I tried leaving my standard definition files on there to fill up part of the card to see if maybe it would find a better space in the card to work, but that doesn't seem to be working. It seems like it got worse, so I'm gonna have to, next time I'll have to get rid of all that. But anyway, the story I was just telling is that I had been talking to one of my friends about how I was going to have to let my internet go because, I got no way to afford it. But I was kind of worried how that might affect me psychologically, because when in the stressful situation I'm in, when if I'm really getting overwhelmed with that, I will turn on my tablet and I'll start pull up on YouTube something spiritual or that to give me inspiration or that. And I'll read my Bible too sometimes, and I got the Bible on my phone that I can read or have it audio so it plays it to me. But I like videos I take in much better. I read slower. Sometimes I gotta read a sentence over 2-3 times to kind of take it in. Sometimes it just flows right in. But other times it stumbles me up or something. I don't know. But video, for some reason, my brain just sucks it up like a sponge and retains it, And so anyway, that helps when I'm feeling really stressed or at the end of my ropes. Like when I was having that problem when my batteries were dumping and the furnace wouldn't start in the cold, and I couldn't figure it out, and I was so stressed out I just wanted to scream because I'm breathing and I can see my breath coming out. It's cold, that cold in here, and I got to figure out how to fix it or I ain't gonna have heat. And I was so stressed I knew I needed to take a break, and so I could think straight. And then and that time I ended up watching a Gordon Ramsay video, some different cooking and stuff. I like learning how to cook from watching Gordon Ramsay. And that took my mind away from my problems for a little while. And then it helped clear out my head. So then I went back to, after I watched one episode, I went back to the problem that I was having with my batteries and the electrical stuff. Got my voltmeter and I started checking my voltage, and then I figured it out. I made a jumper because I can't buy new breakers and stuff, so I had to make my own stuff to get the electricity to pass through so things would run again. Well, anyway, and I did it safely. It's safe. So I've put an inline 30 amp fuse, which is smaller, which should be in there so it'd pop even quicker. So I'm in good shape. But anyway, back to my story is I was telling my friend about how I'd let my internet go, and I was worried about how that might affect my psychology. How can I talk? The psychology of it with everything I'm going through, because that's kind of an out for me when things are getting overwhelming. So anyway, yesterday when I went to the library to upload videos and edit and stuff, I had a friend I haven't seen in a long time meet me there. She came met me there and started talking about some stuff in life and things she's going through, I'm going through and stuff. And she asked me how things were going, and I told her how I had started this channel. Things were going really tough, and how I've been out of work and all that stuff. And she knows I live in my camper and stuff. She kind of follows me along with my family on Facebook and stuff. But anyway, so she didn't know about my internet bill or nothing, but she ended up asking me if so much money would help or whatever. And I instantly was going to say no, but I remember God saying part of my problem is pride, that I needed to learn how to accept help. So I said, yeah, that would help, but I don't want you to put yourself out at all, blah, 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 blah. And and she lived close by, so she went home, came back, and little does she know, I'm going to tell her about this yet, unless she ends up watching this video. If you're watching, thank you so much. You don't realize that God worked through you. Because she didn't know about my internet bill, and what she gave me was exactly what I needed to pay my internet bill. So thank you. So it was just kind of cool. And then I got thinking about it afterwards, because I told her about the story of hold on, I'll get right back to you. I'm going to stop this before this thing kicks out on me so I don't lose this footage. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully it saved that footage because I stopped it ahead of time. Seems like when it kicks out on its own, then that footage is gone now. I don't know. So since it was still recording, I thought I better stop it. Well, I had already talked quite a bit. Anyway, then I got thinking about how that all played out. And basically, God told me last night, I think my feeling on it, I don't know how to explain it, but I seen it as God was answering one of my prayers through her. You know, so he was using her as a I don't know how you'd say it, if it's a holy tool or but he basically, you know, he blessed me. Alright, it cut out again. I probably lost that last clip. Anyway, so I'll try it again. So basically, I'm trying to think what I was saying and how to put this all together so it comes out all right. So my friend, without her knowing, she ended up giving me exactly the amount that was needed to pay my internet bill. And what a blessing that is, because that really helps me. That helps me for a whole nother month of helping keep my sanity. You know, and it's that I shouldn't have to. The internet shouldn't save my sanity. You know, I understand that, but it is Minnesota. I'm living in a camper. It's freezing cold weather. I get trapped in here. You know, it's not like I can hang out at the beach or something. You know, and I can't afford to go south. You know, like a bunny. So anyway, it was a blessing. And there's other things I should have paid, or could have paid, or I shouldn't say should have. There's other things I could have used that money for. But my feeling that I totally felt that it was God saying, no, this was for you to pay that bill, just because the amounts lined up and everything. You know, if it had been, it's funny because if it would have been $15 less or something like that, I wouldn't have paid my internet. You know, I would have used it for something else. You know, and it's funny because she gave me $15 more than she originally said she wanted to give to me, and so I can't wait till I talk to her about it, unless she ends up watching this video. And I might have said it in the last clip that worked, I don't know, but thank you again. So I better stop this again before it ends this one and cuts this clip out, and then I'll turn it back on in a bit. Oh man, I don't know if it saved that last one, because I seen it had stopped. I tried recording again, and then the red light was flashing like it was still trying to save the data. So I don't know if it saved it or not. I sure hope so, but this might be a double repeat of what I was saying, because I'm going to try it again. And I was talking about how whenever I leave or travel or whatever, a lot of times I ask God to protect me, give me a safe journey, you know. And I used to do it on my motorcycle a lot, but I do it like even if they're going anywhere, you know, or something. And then I started thinking about how, you know, God likes it when you talk to Him. You know, it's okay to pray too. When I do like normal praying, like when I was a kid, I used to kneel at my bed and say my prayers before I got to bed. So my mom showed me how to do, you know. And but I talk to Him just like I'm talking to you, and just like I talk to anybody else, I talk to God. You know, and sometimes I talk to God right in front of people. You know, never used to do that because, you know, I used to worry that people would be like, think that I'm crazy or different or whatever. But I don't care anymore. God's more important than what people think of me. Anyway, I was saying, talk to Him. God likes it when you talk to Him. The more you talk to Him, the more of a relationship you get. You bond with God, and you start to, I don't know, you just start communicating with Him better, and I don't know how to explain it. It's just better. The more you talk to God, the better it is. And none of that, the more you talk to God, it shows God the more you value Him, you know, because the more attention you're paying to Him, you know. Just like when you're interacting with people that are paying attention to you. This is really rotten. This thing cut out again, and I'm getting some good stuff in here. Stuff that I feel is good anyway. Maybe not. Maybe it's not time for me to say this stuff yet. I hope these clips come out. But I'm talking about talking to God, you know, and how much He likes that, and how the interaction is, and how when you interact with other people or other people are talking to you because they like you, and how it makes you feel. That's how God feels, you know, when you talk to him and you're interacting with him more, showing him more attention. God likes that, you know. It shows he's part of your life, that you care about him, you know, because he cares about you whether you talk to him or not. But it just changes things, you know. So talk to God. Tell him what's on your mind, you know. And you watch. You start talking to God, telling him what's on your mind and how you're feeling. Doesn't mean things are going to happen right away. He's always listening to you. He's always there to listen to you. And you're going to ask for anything you want, because God can do anything. But it doesn't mean you're going to get it, because God knows what's best, you know, and he's got the better plan. Sometimes I don't like that either. In the immediate time period, you know, because it turns out it's better in the long run. It does. It really, really does. I've experienced it so many times through my life. The way God works it out ends up being better than always. And right now, I'm very frustrated, but I know there's a reason for all this frustration I'm going through, because of the good stuff that's ahead. And all this is preparing me. Everything that I'm going through right now is preparing me for the light turned yellow and then it just turned red. I had to honk. I'm going to stop this so I don't lose that recording.